Amityville Apartment, also known as Amityville Apt, is not what it advertises itself. It's not that the Amityville house got demolished and 40 years later an apartment complex was built in its place and now here we are. It's not a movie, and it doesn't have this concept in it. I guess whoever ordered or assembled this anthology, so not a movie, an anthology movie, there is a difference, had this idea in mind. The problem is, when you have this idea, you should enforce it. What do I mean by this? I mean that it should be one apartment complex. So your backstory should match in all of the segments. So if in one your curse is caused by items, because somehow every apartment ordered something or bought in the flea market from the Amityville house, then next time don't say it's something else like demon summoning. And if you have a backstory, the bare minimum is you keep it constant in at least your own segment when you are making the segment. Talking about the individual directors, because the opening segment is a segment, or if, because copyright reasons, a spiritual segment inspired by Amityville in the Hood, aka it's the cursed item is weed, then why do we have someone who is summoning Satan in the name of God? Which is, I like that idea. You are not a Satan worshipper, you are not a Satanist. You are like King Solomon, who summoned demons to build his temples, and no one has a problem with it somehow. So you are summoning Satan for whatever reason. Does it go anywhere in the segment? Or anywhere else in this anthology? No. And by the way, if you are starting to summon demon in the name of God or Satan or whatever, why are you bringing out the big guy, the main man? Like, wouldn't a lesser demon serve? Less problem, less danger?
We do it in the name of El Diablo.
From the earliest times, the zodiac has been used to predict or reflect characteristics of one's personality, whether from the Chinese, Mesopotamia, or Egypt. The Earth's last powerful witch, Lavina, explores the terrains of the recent past, On her crusade, she seeks all the Zodiacs, acquiring their strengths, such as discipline, desire, brains, and divination. Not only does she need these...
I just guessing it's probably a good advice to consider. Now, that aside, in that segment, is there any curse? Nope. Just some gang come in and some looters, not even gang, just some looters are coming in and killing the weed makers and steal the weed. I'm not sure how this was supposed to be efficient or anything, but sure, but I think for that piece at least there was some B-roll footage from Amityville, so bonus point for that. I mean from the actual Amityville, so they went there and made some footage on the streets. But then there was also, I mean...
She probably found that at the segunda. You know how she is.
Cheap. Ah! Stop! The thing freaks me out.
Listen, I can help you with that thing you need help with in the bedroom.
I need help? More like you need help.
I think I'm helping.
Some random demon comes out from the... I'm not even sure if it was just an alcove or the corridor behind the apartment within the house. But I found that was the best joke in the whole thing. Somebody is pushing a paper under the front door, and the guy picks it up and... Beware! And the guy takes out a pen and writes an "of what?" and pushes it out. And it's just hilarious. Then the other thing is, we don't have title cards, so I was like, at the third segment I was thinking, this is either a very bad movie or an anthology. If we have an anthology, why don't we have title cards? Why nobody mentioned that this is an anthology? And there, look, I don't know how this works, so I'm not an independent filmmaker or anything like that. But it feels sometimes somebody just sent in a footage that they had an idea, they started to do it, and then they just, well, put it in the drawer, and maybe it will be good for sending in as part of an anthology. Half-baked, half-thought-through, half-filmed stuff. There is this segment where there is a witch Cohen who want to do some ritual, but the stars are not right, so they have to time travel to the 50s, the 80s, and I don't know, something later. You won't guess where our POV character travels. The 60s. Why are we traveling to the 60s? No idea. And then she says, I need that group of people for my ritual dead or alive. But she just kills them even when she could capture them. What was that? What is the ritual we are supposed to do? And what's with the other two time spots? And it's just, what? So pretty soon, like 8 minutes into this thing, I pretty much gave up and I just watched it out of obligation. I realized around like 28 minutes in that this is an anthology, so I should maybe pause the footage and go do something else, but I said at this point I don't care. The majority of the segments had serious audio issues, so kudos for Tubi for including subtitles. The last 2 segments were the most competent, so at least I did not roll my face to bloody pump. So, you know, usually these anthologies start with the strong segments and they just collapse at the end, but this started with a so-so. There was a middle part, which, you know, it's the middle, so who even cares? And the more technically competent on the technical side, stronger segments got to the end, so I don't hate it that much, but I definitely don't care.